Yo, what up? Don't judge me. I just got back from the gym and I am going to do a tutorial on how to box dye your hair. A lot of people get this wrong. You would be surprised. I'm gonna hyperspeed the video while I'm actually dyeing it because it does take a long time, and then obviously you have to let it sit. Few things to take note of. I'm gonna be looking over here in a little mirror in case, just to get roots. Yeah, as you can see, I have black hair, and that's the color that I'm gonna be dyeing. This is the color that I dye my hair. 2BL L'Oreal Paris Preference, and we're just gonna get started. Things that you're gonna need: I use 2 boxes for my dye. You're going to always put your gloves on. Always put a towel down if you're not doing it in the bathroom. And let's get it cracking. So first you're going to want to mix your dye. Just use the box dye directions and make sure you shake it really, really well. People make this mistake and they don't shake it enough, and it leaves it with like a streaky effect. Another huge thing that you need to be aware of is just to cover every part of your hair, fully saturating the hair. If you have to use 2 boxes, just do it, because you don't want to have streaks and weird parts that aren't dyed. Hello. So this is the waiting period. I've pretty much, from that time-lapse video, it's hard to tell, but essentially what you do is, if you could see what I was doing in the video, I was separating strand by strand and flopping it over, just putting a line down the middle. What's important is you want to get your roots first, because that's where the new growth is, so it's going to take a little longer for that to really let the dye sit on. And the rest of my hair is already black, but I like to touch it up because sometimes it gets hints of brown or red for some reason in there, so I like to do my whole head. You don't have to, you could just do a root touch up, but this is obviously how to do the whole entire head. Other important things I did not mention: you want to get just a shitty t-shirt. Works for me, just an old t-shirt, because it's gonna get all over you, and once you get dye on you, it's like I got it on my hand and my arm here, and it's just so difficult to get off. So it's really important to do like some sort of cover up. I even have a towel on the floor just to cover your ass. Once you go black, you never go back. So I'm gonna let this sit, and then I'm going to put the extra set of gloves on. Because I got 2 boxes, the 2 sets of gloves are really helpful, because when I go to wash this out, my nails will turn blue. So I like to put on some gloves so that it doesn't get all over the place, and then I will return back for the final touch. So I forgot to do the end of this video. So I'm in my bed now, but I just want to show you the final thing. When it's kind of dry, I let it air dry, because after you dye your hair, you really shouldn't do much to it. In the shower, I rinsed everything out, and then once it was running, the water was running clear, I put some deep conditioner in it that comes actually with the box dye. It's awesome stuff. It's so thick, and like, I just let it sit on there for a little bit, and then I rinse that out, and I let it air dry, because like I said, you don't want to do too much heat damage to your hair after you you know, dye it. So obviously you can see that the roots are covered. Let's get a close up here. Definitely not like the roots that you saw before. So that worked, but it obviously got on my skin, and that's gonna happen because I like to get all the little flyaways, but you know, in a day or two after a couple face washing and showering and whatever, it will fade and it will be fine, and you can cover it up with some makeup too. I did my eyebrows. I know you're not supposed to use hair dye for your eyebrows, but I did. I always do. I leave it on for like 3 minutes. Seriously, it's not that bad. And I just use a Q-tip and I paint them on, and then I have this old eyebrow brush, so I brush it in to make sure that it's getting in the eyebrows in every strand. So that is how I do my hair. I hope you liked this video, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns even, feel free to comment in the below thingy. And until next time,